100 years and with many, many, many roadblocks. All the wheels are now appears to be turning in the right direction for cricket to return to the Olympic Games. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cricket Forum. Please slash a like on the video, share, and subscribe. The Olympics game coming up in Los Angeles in 2028 could well see the return of cricket to the Olympic Games since 1900. Earlier this year, at the Commonwealth Games in England, in Birmingham, England, the Los Angeles Organizing Committee for the Olympics in 2028 sent a delegation to watch the cricket competition at the Olympics. As you are well aware, not at the Olympics, at the Commonwealth Games. As you are well aware, at this year's Commonwealth Games, there was a female T20 cricket competition and Australia won the gold. Back in 1988, there was also a Commonwealth Games that involved male and female. But after the 1988 Commonwealth Games, it did not continue. Now, all the system seems to be heading in the right direction that comes 2028 at the Los Angeles Olympics game that cricket will be involved. Now, this is the latest we're getting. The International Cricket Council will make a presentation to the Los Angeles Olympics organizers later this month. The Los Angeles Olympics organizers have asked the International Cricket Council, the ICC, to come and make a presentation. Now, there are 28 games already on the schedule for the Olympics. But how the Olympics work is that if the host country recommend a game to the IOC, they usually accept it. And it appears from all indication that Los Angeles wants to include cricket in the 2028 Olympics, and they have asked the ICC to make a presentation for the sport to return to the games after 128 years. Now, cricket is a big thing in the US, although some of us may not think so. According to the ICC, cricket third biggest market is the United States because of the number of Indians and Pakistani living there. Apart from India and the subcontinent on a whole, England, the United States rakes in more money for the ICC than any other cricket market in the world. So ICC really wants to push cricket into the United States. And the World Cup that is coming up in 2024, that is to be hosted jointly by the West Indies and the USA, is another sign that the ICC is really pushing cricket into the United States. And although cricket is a low-profile sport in the United States, so to speak, according to Craig Barkley, who is the chairman of the ICC, the amount of money that cricket can generate for the Olympics and the amount of viewership and new market that cricket can send the Olympics into, no other sport can give the Olympics that push. So Craig Bartley, the chairman of the ICC, I'm mixing up these international committee. The IOC is the International Olympic Committee, and the ICC is the International Cricket Committee. Just looking at the chat here. Javon Reed, welcome to the chat. It will be T20. It will be T20. They already signed off on the T20. Yes, I know that a lot of cricket is played in colleges in the United States. There's a gentleman who is in New York who works with US cricket. I think his name is Samuels. I think his name is Samuels. I don't quite remember. He invited me once to come to New York to see what they have been doing. I've not yet able to make that trip, but cricket is being played a lot in the United States, although it's still low profile, it is still under the radar, but they are trying to get it to play more. So the Olympics that is coming up in Los Angeles in 2028 may well see the return of cricket. Now, this development is also contributing to it. There's a stadium that is proposed to be built in Irving, a place in Irving called Orange County. Now, Orange County have this massive complex down in Great Park, and that's where the KKR group are planning to build a 10,000-seater cricket stadium. Now, at Great Park, the government of Los Angeles have spent billions of dollars to put in what they call superior infrastructure to hold large number of persons. So presently at Great Park, you have a number of tennis court, a number of baseball field, different sport complex. My understanding, it was a former Marine Corps base, and they have set it up and they call it Great Park, and they have many different sporting complex there. And this is where the KKR group is planning to put, is seeking permission to put the 10,000-seater stadium. And if that is there, this venue at Great Park could be an Olympic venue, and the cricket will fit ideally into it. Now, the proposal is for 6 teams, both male, 6 female teams, and 6 male teams. The competition will run separately. So, like I said, the females will come in and play, and when the female competition finish, then the males will come to prevent overcrowding and to prevent too many persons in the minimizing the number of persons in the Olympic Village. So it will be 6 teams each, and it said that it will be the top 6 teams in the ICC ranking that would take part in the Olympics game. They'll be divided into 2 zones of 3 teams each, and the winner of each zone, first 2 in each zone. So only 1 team will be eliminated. So there will be 2 zones of 3 teams each, and then the top 2 in each zone will go on to the semifinals, and naturally the 2 winners play in the finals, and the 2 losers play for the bronze medal. So that's the situation with the Olympics return, with cricket returning to the Olympics in 2028 at the Los Angeles Olympic in the United States. They are building a nice stadium in Texas and North Carolina. Yes, the stadium in Texas is being refurbished. Just on the outskirts of Texas, I think that's the Air Hog Field, Javon Reed, that's the Air Hog Field. And they are planning that's one of the places that the Major League Cricket, which will be launched next year from the 13th to the 30th of July, that field in Texas, the Air Hog Field, the former Air Hog Field, that they're refurbishing, and it will hold approximately 7,200 spectators when it is completed. They said that it can hold up to 15,000 spectators if they put in temporary seats. That's the stadium on the outskirts of Dallas in Texas, now that they're refurbishing. And Major League Cricket, which is coming up in July, may see that stadium hosting all the match. The stadium in North Carolina, remember Javon Reed, the stadium in North Carolina already hosted an ICC America's qualifying tournament in 2018. So that stadium is already up to international standard. And why they may host Major League Cricket match there, but because North Carolina does not have a franchise based in North Carolina, all the matches may well played at the field in Perry, I think the name of the place in Perry, on the outskirts of Dallas. All the matches in Major League Cricket may well play there. But this is it, that Los Angeles 2028 may well see the return of cricket to the Olympics Games after 120 years. It will be very fitting to me that I watched cricket for the first time in an Olympic at Los Angeles, because I remember the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics was the first Olympic that I was watching. And I remember Merlin Ottey and Dan Quarry and so on. So if cricket should return to the Los Angeles Olympics game, I would love that very much, to know that the first place I ever watched Olympics was Los Angeles, and the first place I ever watched cricket at the Olympics is Los Angeles. So keep our fingers crossed. And it appears that at this time there's all system goes, because one of the things that is in cricket favor is that at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games that held earlier this year, and remember it was a women tournament alone for cricket, over 150,000 tickets were sold for the women cricket competition at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. The other thing too is that the ICC is presenting that T20 World Cup match between India and Pakistan at Melbourne Oval, where over 90,000 persons flock into the Melbourne Oval to watch India play Pakistan in that T20 World Cup match. That also is in the favor of the International Cricket Council for cricket to return to the Olympics, because as they said, there is no other sport can give the Olympic, no other new sport outside of the 28 that is there, no other sport carry the reach that cricket carries and will generate the money that cricket will generate and the audience that cricket will bring into the sport. Jova, I would definitely go to Los Angeles from Florida. Yes, Giovanni Reed, there's a field also at Broward County Broward County, that Lauderhill in Florida. I went there to watch India play the West Indies in those two matches that held in August, the 6th and 7th of August. I was there, boy. The sun was so hot, it burns me up. It burned me up. But the crowd, the Indians, there were so many Indians there. And I'm going to post one of those videos I'm just going to post one of those videos of when I was in Broward County at Lauderhill for that match between India and the West Indies. I'm going to post it. Sheldon, good afternoon. We are just about to end the broadcast. Do you have any comment? What we're talking about, that cricket is set to return to the Olympics after 128 years at the Los Angeles Olympics, and we saw where the organizers of the Los Angeles Olympics have asked the International Cricket Council to make a presentation to the organizing committee of the Los Angeles Olympics. These organizing committee of the Los Angeles Olympic, they did send a delegation to Birmingham in England to watch the Commonwealth Games earlier this year, where there was a cricket competition and Australia won that gold medal. So they did send it, and they have asked the ICC to now make a presentation, and the ICC saying that the reach that cricket have, the finance that cricket can bring to the Olympic Games, and the viewership, the new audience that cricket can bring to the Olympic Game, no other sports can do that. And so they are saying that this is a good, it's T20, Sheldon. It will be T20. It's the T20. My understanding at this time, it is the T20. I don't think that the ICC, while the ICC will sanction some local T20 tournaments there and here, and I don't even know if the T20 tournament in Abu Dhabi is sanctioned by the ICC. I need to double check that. That starts on Wednesday. The T20 tournament in Abu Dhabi, T10 tournament in Abu Dhabi starts on Wednesday. So it's going to clash with the World Cup football. But I will be doing some watch along and that T20 tournaments, because the matches are very short. They're expected to take just about an hour and a half or thereabout. So I'll be doing some watch along. So you can join me, that while the match is going on, we can be here talking about it and discussing it. Those T20 matches, those T10 matches in the Abu Dhabi T10 league. Not all of them, but some of them, because there are a number of West Indians in it. I know one team is captained by Dwayne Bravo. Another one is captained by Ravman Powell. The team that Nicholas Puran is playing for, Odin Smith is also on that team. Andre Rossi is also on that team. They have not yet named a captain, so maybe that team will be captained by Nicholas Puran. So it will be a very interesting Abu Dhabi T10 competition. But today, really, the big news today coming out is that after 128 years, cricket is set to return to the Olympics Games at the Los Angeles Olympics. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please, as I've always asked you, share this video. Share it in your groups, share it in your Facebook group, share it on WhatsApp, and ask your friends to subscribe as we build this community to a larger community. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and God bless you and have a real pleasant Saturday afternoon. Take care of your loved ones and be good.